Morning.
Hola.
Day dos.
Willkommen to day 2.
Zwei.
And there's a few things we want to do. We're going to put the pads in, Z04s, see what that does.
Go this side then.
Sorry, I can't, I was, yeah. Well, you can hold it if you want. Do you want to hold it?
You got longer arms.
I have got longer arms. That's better.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You just grumble.
Try to.
So
a beautiful day here.
Yeah, another beautiful day. Bit wind. There's wind down the back straight actually, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so we're going to put the pads in, and then we're going to try and find some other little free mods. I definitely want to try and switch.
Suspension.
Well, we definitely want to try and switch to race shift as well.
Yeah.
Because it's,
we got
it's
the
just
BMW
awkward.
here today. BMW just arrived, ready to go, ready to race. I can't say that slogan because that's not BMW. But yeah, so that's here. But that's in race shift. And that's a race bike, so we need to get the R1 in race shift. Just you know, we're going back to back all day long. It's just going to be a nightmare.
Even in road shift on track, every time I go into the braking zone, I have to say to myself, is it up or down?
Yeah.
Down or up?
Yeah.
What way's up? What way's down? Let's go out. Let's find out. Let's mess around.
Let's eat a trout.
I've got gout. Previously on Road Bike to Race Bike, we headed down to Almeria for a shakedown on our new R1. Day 1 was about settling in and finding the easiest and cheapest way of improving lap times, which was upgrading your tyres. Today we are looking at the brakes and stepping up our tyre game to full-on V02 slicks. Plus, you will witness our very poor workshop skills. Enjoy!
Right. So, go on.
Sorry.
Right.
We're going to do this, right? So, day 2, jour de dos, bit of French-Spanish there, Franish. Z04 pads are going in. So, these are the GYTR Z04 Yamaha genuine pads, and the clue for this is that sticker there, for racing only.
Yeah, I wouldn't run these on the road. They do need a bit of warm up, and they don't work when it's very cold.
No, but when they're hot on this circuit, it's going to be absolute delight. Don't scratch the wheel.
I mean, it's what?
Just do you want to
Yeah, you do it.
If you just push the pads in a little bit like this, and it comes out.
Oh, well done, Chrissy. Well
Thanks,
done.
mate. Thanks. Right. So what we got in here then?
We've got a pin, is it?
Yeah. So we've got a little clip.
Just get the pin out first.
Yeah. Okay. We need to get the retaining clips out first. Little. Have you got a little driver?
You need to take the clip out first. Take the pin out first.
Yes, but there's clips on the pin.
Oh, I see. Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Could you pass me a screwdriver, please, sir?
Screwdriver down there.
It's a bit basic. I mean, these calipers are a little bit.
A little bit Wilkinson's.
A little bit, yeah.
How not to change brake pads with Alan Chris.
You want to show that? Oh, fucking hell. Well, you can get the pins out of that one if you want.
So how do you get them out?
And there's a set of dingbats for you. These pads are so good that they don't last that long. Nothing in life, you can't get win-wins, so that is a little bit of a negative. But round here it should be fine. We should get the rest of the 2 days left out of them. Yay!
Come on, you Sorry. You.
And yeah, that's it. I think we're on. We're ready. High five. I headed out with the new pads and instantly felt the improved bite from the Z04s. Confidence was improving as they heated up, and it was looking like a winner of a modification. However, with the extra power came the extra interference from the bike's ABS system, which actually led to a slower lap time than previously set. It's worth noting a less experienced rider would probably trigger the ABS less than a more experienced rider, so it's important to recognise all of these modifications in context. I would still prefer to run these pads over the standard ones, but something must be done about this ABS.
How's the Z04, mate?
Just swallowing my fish oil. It's definitely a better pad, more bite, but it's causing the ABS to kick in more, which is potentially going to, well, we need to figure out how to get rid of this ABS.
Are we going to go to plan B?
I think we're just going to rip the fuse out and see and that's, this isn't advice to tell you to go and do that. That's what we're going to try and see what happens.
Well, apparently some bikes work, some bikes don't. The newer models, hopefully.
Yeah, some bikes. There is a potential for it to throw an ECU warning, and then it goes into a kind of limp mode where you have to take it to a Yamaha dealership and get it plugged in and cleared. So it's kind of a bit of a risk, but I think we've got to do it.
Let's roll the dice.
What was that?
Whether it's there's a quite a strong tailwind down the straight today, so whether it's that or the ABS kicking in, we need to figure it out. But I think we'd be going slower with those pads currently.
Just because of the ABS?
Because of the ABS.
Well, phone. Is this? Well, I've been having a lovely time in the BMW. It's so nice and easy and smooth and doesn't get you knackered. It's just a piece of piss to ride. Dave! Go.
Shout out to the suits. I think we need to do a pit walk in a minute as well.
Definitely. We are the coolest in town.
Yeah, everyone's like, wow, cool suits, yeah, groovy.
Yeah. Those guys.
Anyway, another thing we need to do today, because now we've got the BMW for another project over there, we need to put the Yamaha into race shift, because it's still in my mind, up, down, up. So, yeah. And hopefully, we can do this, again, for free. This is a free modification. And it should be just swapping the nipple from there to there. How hard can it be, eh?
Oh, Rob's here, it's alright. Rob's here, it's alright. We'll get Rob to do it.
Panic over!
Right, so the Z04 pads are so good that it's making the ABS kick in way more. And I wasn't having a problem with the ABS on the standard pads, whereas now it's terrifying braking now. Yeah. So we don't really have time to be bypassing the ABS because the routing of these cables go all through here, and the likelihood we're going to screw something up and not be able to ride it again is pretty high. So we're just going to take the fuse out.
It is the most complicated ABS system, braking system on any motorcycle I know. There's so many lines, and the fluid must travel. Like, you know when a NASCAR team cheated and they put fuel lines in the chassis, in the frame? It's basically like that. It is what it is. The simple way is take the fuse out. So.
Well, we hope.
We hope.
We don't know yet. So let's see. It's just that little green fuse there.
But you got to take that thing off first, have you?
You've got to take all of this off. Well, I mean, yeah. All right, so now all this is off. This is the fuse, but it's worth noting that that's the ABS pump setup. So it's a big old heavy unit with these weird... I don't even know how to begin to block off those.
There's got to be, like, kilos.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
But again, I don't know if it's not just a standard banjo bolt, is it?
No,
you can't
it's
just
not.
block the whole lot. So
No.
Those are custom jobs.
Hence why at the track we can't really risk. If there's any issues, there's no point taking out race space on this. It's just... If James is here, we have the tools and the bits to do the job, up for it, but there's no point taking shortcuts. Look at that one. That's the bugger.
Yeah, little 30 amp lead. Well, let's see. Let's put it back. If it throws a message, we'll just have to put it back in and deal with it. Let's not lose that.
No.
With the ABS fuse removed, I headed out and was happy to report there was no ECU warnings. Finally, the bike now stopped as it should, and most importantly, with confidence. The lack of overall feeling is still there, but that's probably because of the amount of fluid within the whole ABS system. But at least now we have considerably improved performance, and I can trail brake much deeper into the apex than before. All of this is excellent.
Right, slicks.
Slick Rick McClintock.
It's time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's time. I tell you, it's so interesting because every little thing we do to go, all right, there's a problem here, let's fix that. Then it highlights another problem on the bike, and then you fix that, and then it highlights another one.
It's constant knock-on effect, isn't it?
Constant evolution, because now the brakes are much better. The ABS has been deactivated, which seems to be working fine. The brakes are really good, and but now the forks are bottoming out so hard as well. So now we need to put the slicks in and adjust the suspension, because I think with the slicks it's going to be unbearable.
Yeah.
And I think the first thing, I don't know about you, we should be setting up static sag and stuff, but let's just ramp up the compression for the moment, just to try and get around this braking issue, because that's going to be the quickest thing to do. From standard, it's 17 clicks to soft,
which is way too soft. So I reckon we go to like 8.
Yeah, crank it right up.
That's one thing I will say on road stuff, not race stuff. On road stuff, if you do ramp it up too much, and you go into 1 and 2, you get like a wooden feeling. So it's really important you don't just max it out. Even if you are really quick and you've got slicks on and it feels soft, don't put it to 1 or 2. That's when you need to think about getting upgraded forks and everything else. So
right, let's
whack it in.
Let's whack it in.
Oh God, I hate this fucking bit.
We're set up, we're primed. I've done a pretty good job so far. So
well done. Got Timmy there. You got Timmy?
Look at that. Yep, we're teed in. Yep.
Oh.
Right, and the most important thing, let's put
warmers.
Well, yeah, that.
Oh yeah, where are they?
A Bridgestone tyre sticker on it.
Where are the stickers?
Over there.
Right, slicks are in. Haven't had as much time as I'd like on the warmers, but let's go out and see what we're doing. I've also stiffened up the front. Oh, hairs in my face. Stiffened up the front because the brakes are bottoming out. Just let the little Moto 2 bike go, Moto 3 bike. I'll just try and scrub these tyres in. Just a wee bit close there, young man. The grip levels are so much higher. Oh my God. Right, we're going to slow down a bit. Let's get a bit of space. So, the grip levels are massively better. The braking support is definitely better with the harder front compression. The mid-corner speed of this now is fantastic. Let's get a bit of a window, shall we? What have we done there? 46.4. Well, that's first lap out on the slicks is equal to the best lap I did yesterday on the R11s. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to try and talk you through a lap here. So, hard on the gas. This is a downhill braking zone. Look for the little pit lane bit. Try and nibble a bit. I didn't do it there. And then trail braking all the way in, just off the brake now, and bang, straight on the gas, up over this blind crest. Very difficult to pick your marker to turn in. Terrifying, that corner, very fast. I was a little bit wide there. Off, then brake straight line if you can, down to this long left-hander. You want to drift wide in the middle of the corner and pick up a very late apex. Wait, on the gas, hard, and then I like to clip this one, a little bit of teddy bear braking there, gentle, right out to the apex. Miss this one a little bit, and the bike really wants to wash out here. Bit of brake. This is a really patient corner as well. That was perfect. This is the worst corner of the track now, left-hander, very difficult to get right, and that lap was perfect, exactly right. Hard on the gas, hard on the brakes now, try and trail brake in, still on the brake, bit deep there, flicked it up, and then hard on the gas, try and drive over this hill. The bike wants to go light, you're thinking, shall I change gear, what shall I do? Straight line down to that outside curb, hard on the brakes, your shoulder wants to pop out, left, right. I can see these two bikes in front now. I'm getting a bit concerned that they're going to interfere with me. Anyway, like, shut off there to get the front turn in, and then bang, open up the throttle, full on the gas, full throttle. That guy in the front, he's already indicated he's going in the pits. He's not going to be a problem, so I'm hard on the gas now. I'm 3 seconds up on the fastest lap ever that I've done on here, and then he's now drifting into the middle of the lane. It's a problem. So obviously a few words exchanged there, but anyway, we've got to crack on. I've got a limited window to set a fast lap time here because these tyres do go off. That's cost me a lot of time coming onto this straight, but anyway, that's the nature of trying to go fast on a track day. Anyway, let's get back on it. I'm filled with adrenaline and rage now after almost dying, but off we go. So a little bit more of a wild lap this. There's another rider in front. I'm already thinking it's going to probably interfere with my lap, but anyway, let's get on with it. So yeah, drift wide, again, be patient here, hard on the throttle, roll off, get that front turned in, and then it's really front end over this. You just think you're going to wash out over the end of the world. Put some brakes on, make sure you go wide there to get a real late apex here, try and keep it at least mid-track. That was probably a little wide, which then put me off for this corner, which is very difficult to get right, and I got that wrong. Hard on the gas, hard on the brakes here, drift straight into that apex, try and keep it on that white line, turn, hard on the gas. I was too early there, I've drifted out wide, the rear of the bike's all over that rumble strip, I'm losing traction now. I can see the guy in front and I'm a bit concerned I'm going to catch him up. Left, right chicane, I want to really roll through here, miss this right-hander, go far out to the left, shut hard off the throttle, and now I've been blocked a little bit here, but anyway, that's nothing you can do about it. Hard on the gas, I'll try and pick up a little bit of slipstream to make up some time. This looks like a fast bike, but our stock bike manages to power past it on the straight. I've already committed to doing him on the brakes here, so I give him a little bit of space on the left there, so this line is not quite nice enough. Hence I go a little bit deep here, which has cost me a bit more time. Pick it up, flip over, short shift, power hard onto the gas, through the final corner, out onto the rumble strip, and hopefully set the fastest lap of the day.
So what have we got there? A 1:43.9. That is, what was I? 46 dead. So that's 2 seconds quicker with a lot of traffic. And these brakes, we're still bottoming out, I'm sure. So I think even harder at the front.
So I head back into the pits to fiddle with some knobs and try and get some more support on the front end of this, because the forks are definitely bottoming out and you lose control pretty easily when that happens. So yeah, stiffened up and headed out for another session.
Right. Slicks. We've pumped up the preload a bit. 2 turns and tried to get a bit more compression support on the front for braking, because it's not very good. Let's give it a bit of time. Fuck. It's this way? Grab it up. Oh. Well held that man. It's fucking brakes. I brake before the cone as well. I'm going to go out in the other group to scrub the tyres, because I went to the gravel big time. End of the back straight. You on hand? Fuck's sake. Back in a sec. Right, so yeah, let's just get a let's just scrub these tyres off and I can do a nice slow chat. I mean, the bike feels really, really good now. And all we've really done is put some slick tyres on it and some brake pads. The rest is free, so I'm really impressed with it. I'm not sure what's happening with these brakes though, because it's just, yeah, scary. And I don't know if we've really got time to mess around with changing lines and stuff. Probably not. But all in all, I mean, to do 143s around here with this new chicane, that's pretty good. Right, I spent all day riding the BMW in race shift with 100 horsepower. Let's see what this chestnut's like. Oh shit, hell, there's something wrong with this. Fucking hell. Wow, this is something else.
Now, despite these slicks being way past their best, it still felt amazing to me after spending a day on a 90 horsepower BMW Happy Shopper and comparing it to the R11s previously. It just felt glued to the tarmac, particularly over here, over the crest, as the rear normally goes light. Both ends felt absolutely planted and gives you the confidence to push straight away. This R1 has always responded well to slicks. It unlocks the chassis potential. Unfortunately though, it's, you know, the sort of other bits that let it down. So when you put slicks on and when you're up to speed, having spent 2 days on track at El Maria here, we're not on the black record pace, but we're kind of on the money, and the added pace and the added extra grip from the slicks has made things felt amazing in some areas, but just felt the suspension could do with a bit more tinkering, a bit more support at the front particularly. The brakes felt to me, I mean, obviously I ran on a little bit, and that is purely because we're braking with such force and such power, and with the added exit grip we've got from the slicks, going into the next corner, you're sort of running out of brakes just because the front is on the bottom of the stroke, and yeah, kind of limits lap time a bit. But to me, overall, the bike felt absolutely incredible, and I couldn't wait to put some slicks on, some fresh slicks on in the morning.
I mean, this is serious. I honestly cannot believe this is a stock bike. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the front end. It's I think the extra force from the Z04 was obviously, that meant we had to get rid of the ABS, but now we got rid of the ABS, there's no intervention, there's no issues as you run out of fuel. Oh no!
Right, well, it's been a long, tiring day, super fun. A couple of things are apparent. As we probably mentioned earlier, we tried to put this in race shift earlier on in the day, but it's not as simple as that using the stock parts. Fortunately, we've got these GYTR rear sets. They've been sort of beaten around in the back of the van a little bit, but let's unbox them because I think those are going to be pretty sexy. To be fair and brutally honest, the ground clearance on those, on the standard ones, is actually pretty good. Oh look! Oh, we've got some stickers as well. Let's have a little look at them. But yeah, the ground clearance is pretty good, but this is going to allow us to put it in race shift. Now that is a rear set. Well, it's a bit of a rear set. But the bit I'm particularly interested, to be honest with you, look, we're not mechanics. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't even know what bits we need. I mean, there's some nuts in there, but really all we need is that bottom shifter, so which I think is this. Yeah, beautiful. So then we can hopefully put this knobble onto that bimble. I don't know what that is though. Bremsadapter bis zum Kontakt. I think it's in German. Oh no, here we go. Grease the brake bolts. This is the wrong side. Hold the line caller. Let's just do it. I don't know what that bit is. In fact, let's look at the manual for what that bit is. I don't think we need this bit. I think this is for a race bike with a different exhaust system. So let me refer to the GYTR handbook. The next issue, or the next thing we can improve for cheap, is the chain and sprocket set. So we've got some Renthal gearing, Renthal rear sprockets here. We haven't got a front sprocket, which normally you would probably do that first. You probably put a front on there first. So in order to put a big rear sprocket on, we're gonna have to put a massive chain on it to account for it. So anyway, again, I don't really know what I'm doing. And the scary part is, they've just given me that to cut that one off. So
Shout out to Moto 50, what the hell it is.
shout out to Moto 50, what the hell it is. Moto, I haven't got my glasses on, 55, www.55moto.de. They've just lent us that. And if we do get in trouble, they can help us. So but let's just get stuck in. Safety first, I've got sunglasses on for this. Doesn't want to come off. I'll just keep going.
Just keep going.
Yay! And then just hammer that fucker out.
Yeah.
She's off.
I believe it.
You used it, did you? You. I think we're going to need the for this.
Use a brake bar.
Well, it's just going to turn the wheel, though, isn't it? Anti-disestablishment area. So.
You're a man, job.
Well, I need some extra weight, so if you want to sit on the wheel, that would be really helpful. Yeah!
This is fucking not that big.
Don't you have an option to put it on the ceiling?
Well, I don't know why. Oh, I just want to get on with this. Why's he fucked off? Right, we've got choices because we don't have a front sprocket, so
No.
we've got choices. We've got a 42 tooth,
Yeah.
a 45 tooth.
Yeah.
The stock is 41.
Yeah.
Or a 44 tooth.
It's a no-brainer.
God, the weight of those is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's bloody ridiculous, I tell you.
Ruddy, bloody, redonkulous. Oh, we even get a sticker in here as well. Love some of that. I love me a sticker.
Perfect for the swinger.
Should we put this weird tin thing back on? I don't even know what it does really. I guess we should. Let's put it on, let's be safe. So I guess that's it. Oh, bingo.
As the sun went down, we upped our power tool game and really set to work on the strongest chain known to man. Perhaps the free beers didn't help proceedings, but we couldn't wait for what was in store on the final day. Buono Estante.